You see him on the news.
CNN.com contributor, Dean Obeidallah. So, Dean...
Watch him at comedy clubs.
When I say Mecca, do you think of a holy place or an urban clothing line?
Read his articles. And you hear him on the radio. The Dean Obeidallah Show is on live right here on SiriusXM Progress, Channel 127.
And welcome to the show, brothers and sisters of the Resistance. Monday, October 22nd. I hope you had a nice weekend. I hope you had some fun. You're recharged. Because we are now 15 days. That's it, 15 days. 2 weeks and 1 day from the most important election of our lives. In reality, there are many states with early voting going on right now. Get out, get your friends to vote. Don't wait till the last day. The stakes are too high. Look, if you want a Congress that's going to fight for the health care coverage for you and your family, as opposed to fighting for big pharma and corporations that make profits off of health care, there's one simple solution. November 6th, vote Democratic. Judgment Day, November 6th. It's almost here. We've been counting this down for months. We are 2 weeks and 1 day away. And by the way, we're going to be live election night for really late. We'll be here. Michael will be here. And we've got so much going on. You know, Donald Trump, the lies don't stop from him to get his base going. The caravan is filled with, now there's not only Latino people, there's Middle Eastern people in there. Next, he'll be like, and Nancy Pelosi's in there, and Hillary Clinton's trying to sneak in the country. You've got to be a moron to believe Donald Trump. You've got to be a special type of stupid. I mean, I'm not kidding. I'm hoping Trump supporters even see through it and go like, I'm not that dumb. Come on, Donald Trump. Don't insult me. But they are, because they asked Trump today, how do you know, he literally said there were Middle Eastern people in the caravan. And a reporter asked him, how do you know there are Middle Eastern people? He goes, you go there with your camera and you'll see that. That's literally his answer. Just dumb. Now, when it talks about healthcare, folks, you're going to have people on the right now. You have Donald Trump over the weekend lying that his party is the one that's going to fight for coverage for pre-existing conditions. Quick reminder, everyone. Let's have some facts here. Obamacare, which was the law that provided you with coverage for pre-existing conditions, how many Republicans voted for that? 0. Democrats created the idea of pre-existing coverage for prior conditions. It was all Democrats. And Democrats have been fighting to preserve it. How many times did the GOP vote to repeal and replace the ACA with nothing? Nothing. No coverage for pre-existing conditions. They don't care. They are owned and bought and paid for by the insurance companies and by Big Pharma. They do not care about you. They care about profits. Even Republicans know that's to be true, and they don't mind. That's their thing. Same thing with Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security. Who created all of those programs? Democrats. Who's been trying to gut them since they've started? Republicans. And which is the party that is fighting to make sure that your Medicare, for people like my mom, is fully funded, to make sure Medicaid is fully funded, for children to have coverage, to have 60% of seniors rely on Medicaid in nursing homes? Who's there to make sure Social Security is not touched by the Republicans? Democrats. November 6th, send a message. Now, Donald Trump's closing message that to be afraid. He wants Republican base to be afraid. They don't respond to anything else. That's part of it. But secondly, Trump's a failed president when you look at policy. You've had a tax cut for the wealthy, has not trickled down to help the middle class. Polls show it's not popular. Donald Trump has not been able to raise wages for the middle class, as he promised. Didn't happen. He's not been able to bring down the cost of prescription drugs, as he promised. Not happening. College education costs have not come down. Minimum wage is not up. Nothing. What has he done? Tax cut for the wealthy, undermine health care. So you really can't run on that. So you run on fear. One is the fear of the brown person. The Republicans have been running that forever. The other thing, angry mobs. Angry mobs. Apparently, we are angry mobs. And Donald Trump, Saturday at his rally in Nevada, he ratcheted up the angry mobs and hysterically declared Democrats are an angry, ruthless, unhinged mob. We're an angry, ruthless, unhinged mob now. The truth is, Trump is partly right. There is a lot of anger among the people who are voting against the GOP. But in my view, they're not angry mobs. Nope, not mobs with a B, but moms with an M. There are angry moms out there. And these outraged mothers appear to be ready to be sending a message to Donald Trump and the GOP on November 6th. Just look at what polls show and also what I saw firsthand when I asked the question on social media. And I wrote about it for CNN over the weekend. First, on polls, CNN poll from a little over a week ago simply asked women, who are you going to vote for in the midterms? 33%, one-third said Republicans. How many for Democrats? 63%. 63% of women said they're voting Democratic in this election, which was the biggest percentage of turnout for Democrats since they've been keeping tabs on who votes in midterms since 1976. How remarkable is that? Then, Washington Post poll, only 62% of women say they disapprove of Trump's job he's doing. So I asked a question on Twitter about, is it angry mobs or angry moms? And I got so much reaction. I'll read some of the tweets I got from angry moms who made it clear their view. One mom responded, "This angry mom is gassing up her minivan today so she can early vote on Monday after she drops the kids off at school. Hashtag angry moms." Another wrote, "I'm an angry mom, and as such, I've made sure my adult children will be voting early and blue as well." Another mom tweeted, "All I know is that I'm a mom 3 times over, and I am angry as hell." Even grandmas were tweeting to me, saying, "You got that right. This angry mom and grandma will be voting blue. My family deserves so much better than this." And finally, a grandma said, "Angry grandparents too. We will fight for our granddaughter's future." So why were these women mad, I asked. And I got some great answers. Why are these angry moms angry at Donald Trump? Well, one tweeted, "I am one of the angry moms who has a 9-year-old cancer survivor child. And I'm sick and tired of Republicans trying to destroy coverage for pre-existing conditions and then lying about it." And that's what they're doing now. This lie of people, like in Arizona, the race there, Congresswoman McSally, a Republican, lying, "I'm going to protect health care." She voted to repeal Obamacare countless times with no replacement. Lie after lie. They just don't stop lying. Another mom tweeted why she voted against Trump. She goes, and against the GOP. "I'm done putting up with the rampant racism, misogyny, and corruption, and I won't rest until it's been rooted out." Hashtag angry moms. And another mom, who also identified as a military vet, summed it up in one tweet, touching on a lot of issues. She said, "Our kids no longer want to be fearful attending schools. They know the effects of climate change and cannot believe that anyone's mom would support the misogynist in chief." You get the idea. Their hashtag now over the weekend is hashtag jobs, not moms. It's not angry moms. Not angry moms. It's angry moms who want better for themselves, but for their families, for their children, and for their grandchildren. They do not want a racist, bigot, sexist in chief to go unchecked, because the Republicans have rolled over. And let's be honest, we all know this. Moms have a long memory. Moms are not going to forget in 15 days. In fact, they voted already, a lot of these moms. And our moms deserve better than to be called an angry mob by Donald Trump and his base. I find it despicable. You should see the comments on Twitter. They're not moms. They're angry. They're ruthless Democrats. The idea that our moms should be subject to that kind of hatred by Trump and his base is despicable. And I can tell you this, come November 6th, it will not be an angry mobs who'll be voting on Election Day and sending Republican congresspeople home and electing Democrats and electing Democratic governors. It will be angry moms. So, Donald Trump, you can call them angry moms all you want. I know what they really are. They're angry moms. They want better for their families and for their kids and for themselves, and they deserve it. They're really so entitled to it. So, look, today it's an odd night. We're going to have Tom Steyer, the progressive activist, is going to be in studio at the bottom of the hour for an entire hour. So, I'm doing a shorter monologue on purpose here. Take a break. We're going to take some calls before he comes. I'd love to hear from you. We're only 2 weeks and 1 day from the election. What do you think? Do you think this angry mobs thing moves the right-wing base? The caravan, do you think they care about being lied to? This idea. Today, Trump tweeted, "It's a Democrats' law problem. The reason laws have not been passed to stop this caravan." Laws where? In Honduras? In Guatemala? Mexico? Does our Congress control those laws? And Donald Trump and the GOP have controlled the entire federal government for 2 years. And if there's any failures of laws to be passed, there's only one group to look at. The Republicans. They've had a chance to govern, and they've failed. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. It is time to have a check on Donald Trump. Regardless where you stand, it's important you have a check on Donald Trump. So I'd love to hear from you. 866-997-4748. 866-997-4748. Let's take a break. Come back. Give me a call right here on the Dino Bidala Show. Progressive values are the best of American values, and we need to keep fighting for them to save our country.
Don't go anywhere. This is the Dino Bidala Show on Sirius XM Progress.